Hello, and Happy New Year! 2019 was a great year, wasn't it? Well, I know that here at RealStreet, 4 people were promoted, 3 new people were hired, 1 person returned to the company after a hiatus, and we opened another office. Well, enough about us, and the past for that matter. Let's focus on the year to come. So, how does the overall economy look? While there's always uncertainty, politics, elections, talks of tariffs, and rumors of another recession, 2020 still looks to be a good year, especially for job seekers and the overall workforce. As stated by Dan Schwabel in a recent Humans in the Workplace Digest publication, salary budgets are projected to rise by an average of 3.3%, up from 3.2% in 2019. And the unemployment rate is projected to slightly increase from an average of 3.6% in 2019 to 3.7% in 2020. According to a recent Manpower survey, 22% of U.S. businesses are expected to raise their payrolls in the first quarter. And according to this survey, employers in all 13 U.S. industry sectors are expected to grow payrolls during the upcoming quarter. The top 3 include leisure and hospitality, construction, and professional and business services. Some of the top metro areas across the U.S. include Chattanooga, Columbus, Cape Coral, Deltona, and Baltimore. From a global perspective, 42 out of 43 surveyed countries expect to grow their payroll by the end of March. The strongest global labor markets are anticipated to be Greece, Japan, Taiwan, the US, and Romania. How does the architecture, engineering, and construction industry look? Chief economist at the Associated Builders and Contractors, the Associated General Contractors, the American Institute of Architects, Construct Connect, and Dodge Data and Analytics have given varied 2020 forecasts. The ABC chief economist forecast continued momentum for the construction sector in 2020, but advised an overall wait-and-see approach based on economic uncertainties. AGC's Ken Simonson predicted that construction spending would increase 1 to 5% from 2019 to 2020. He also forecasted a gain of 2 to 7% for residential construction and between 0 and 4% each for private non-residential and public construction. The AIA predicted growth through the coming year, midway through 2019, which would make 2020 the 10th consecutive year of non-residential spending growth, but the Architecture Billing Index has since slowed and dropped below 50, which indicates a decline in billings. Construct Connect's Alec Carrick predicted the value of construction starts would slip 1.6% in 2020, with residential starts sliding 8.3%, non-residential building starts increasing 0.9%, and civil starts rising 5.9%. For 2020, Dodge Data and Analytics is forecasting a $776 billion construction market, which sounds great, except it represents a 4% decline versus 2019's projected activity of $809 billion, which is down 1% from 2018's high of $815 billion. According to Richard Branch, chief economist for Dodge Data and Analytics, the recovery in construction starts that began in 2010 in the aftermath of the Great Recession is coming to an end. Easing economic growth driven by mounting trade tensions and lack of skilled labor will lead to a broad-based but orderly pullback in construction starts in 2020. Economic growth is slowing, but it's not anticipated to contract next year. Construction starts, therefore, will decline, but the level of activity will remain close to recent highs. According to Richard Walquist, the American Staffing Association's president and chief executive officer, the U.S. is immersed in the tightest labor market in modern history, with millions of unfilled openings across geographies and industries. It's a job seeker's market, a reality lost on many people who, as the ASA Workforce Monitor shows, sadly lack optimism about the prospects of finding a perfect position. There's also the growing skills gap, the aging workforce, the generational differences between workers, the ongoing struggle to engage employees, high turnover, and the shift towards a gig economy. According to one of the latest ASA Workforce Monitor surveys conducted by the Harris Poll, 48% of employed adults are expected to look for a new job this year, and 38% are likely to change careers, industries, or roles. That being said, to keep good employees, employers may have to evolve. Dan Schwabel predicts new workplace trends, such as incorporating new technologies into operations, not just for productivity, but also to track productivity as flexibility offerings increase. Enhanced internal mobility to improve retention. Additional emphasis on finding purpose and meaning through work, and increased sustainability programs. According to Human Resources Today, some of the top benefits of 2020 will be pet-friendly offices, additional paid leave, flexible scheduling, family planning, mental health support, and student debt repayment programs. Essentially, providing employees with more time, flexibility, and both personal and financial wellness. Overall, this is good news for current employees and job seekers alike, as employers are adapting in order to retain their current employees and entice potential candidates. Now, how about job seekers? As previously mentioned, it's still a job seekers market. Candidates continue to hold more power than in years past. But this doesn't mean that the average job seeker can just sit back and wait for their dream job to come to them. But it does mean that qualified candidates will be in much greater demand and could potentially have more job opportunities or leverage when negotiating an offer. As mentioned, salary budgets are anticipated to increase in the upcoming year, and while it's only an incremental improvement, job seekers should remember that total compensation is more than just their pay rate. Consider benefits such as potential bonuses, medical, wellness and retirement plans, education and professional development reimbursements, and flexible working options. And with such low unemployment rates, the still growing skills gap, and the aging workforce, companies will need to actively source for skilled talent. Plus, passive candidates will be in high demand. Professionals, even those who are not seeking new opportunities, should focus on their career progression. After all, even if you're not actively looking for a new job, recruiters will be looking for you. So keep your social profiles clean and relevant to ensure that contacts get the best impression. Share your knowledge with others and network both on and offline when possible. And be prepared to make the most of the new year. Now is the time to take action. After all, January is Job Seeker January at RealStreet. And 2020, it's not just a year, it's perfect vision. So look to the future and let us help you visualize and attain your career goals. To help you in your job search, posts will be made each day via social media. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, connect with us on LinkedIn, or follow us on Twitter. And keep an eye on our job board as well, which can be found at jobs.realstreet.com. That's jobs.realstreet.com. It's updated with new opportunities all the time. And for a more passive approach, you can always submit a resume via our extremely quick and simple general application. This way, you'll be in our system and one of the first candidates considered for any new jobs we receive. What are you waiting for? Let us help you build a better career in 2020. Once again, from all of us here at RealStreet, have a very happy new year.